Invite our first speaker, who is Sachin Puthran, who is the creative founder director of That's It, which is a production house in Mumbai. Hello, Sachin.
Hi,
Welcome.
hi, good morning
Hi.
to you.
Hi. Great. How are you doing today?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Great. Wonderful. So, why don't you tell us a little more about your journey and your work?
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, thank you for inviting and being part of this forum. Uh, First of all, I would like to say that any subject that you choose in your college and your career finally comes together when you join the dots. You find that everything in life is interconnected. So, what happens when a student from 10th standard goes into 12th standard, and then there is a lot of confusion, and then you choose something which your peers, your friends have chosen, and then you get stuck up in some point of time. So the same thing happened with me, but in a very interesting way. So I graduated as a microbiologist, and my forte was to look into the microscope, look into the world of viruses and bacteria, and set up a career in the pathology lab. Okay, so that was the trajectory which was supposed to happen in my career. And very late in my career, I realized that I'm good at drawing. And at that point of time, to make a choice between microbiology and visual art was a big jump. But what was the connect, which I found later on, was what I saw inside the microscope was something which was beyond my imagination. It was something beautiful. It was something very, very interesting, intriguing. And for me, art was also an exploration. So found a parallel between what I learned for graduation in microbiology as a researcher, as an explorer, the same set of principles, the same set of ideas. I could become a mature visual artist later on, because now I could work with big corporates like Cipla, which were into pharma industry, and I could understand medical information, make websites for them. So gradually, as I grew, I came to know that everything that you do in life is somewhere interconnected. It's only that you need a great awareness to accept what is coming to you and to be the best in that, right? So any subject which you touch upon, see, today we are talking about multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary uh, tools and courses, but this is how you are formulated in life. So you may find that your writing, my handwriting was good, so I became a calligrapher also. I can write beautifully now. I can craft fonts, font design. So there are so many offshoots of your core strength that you have to discover at some point of time, either through a mentor or through a guide or through somebody, or on your self journey. And thereby you can connect those to your trajectory, to your career, right? So I would like to take you through a small presentation also, so that it becomes much more clearer, much more maybe uh, uh, much more specific, I would say, for you to get into visual art. Okay. So today I run a company where I do a lot of creative work, including films, animation, design, technology, research, strategy, for brand positioning, branding, and the list is never ending. Because over the last 30 years, I've realized that you need to have, okay. Uh, Someone's mic is on, I guess. Okay. Okay, there it goes off. Okay. So over a period of time, there are a lot of now options available, but also because of COVID and because of all the situations which are uncertain, which one of the forum presenters were talking about, there are these tools and techniques by which you can clear up your myths about the industry. Okay. So I'm going to cover a few myths which have erupted or come out during this last 2 years. And let's see the presentation for that. So I'll just, can you see my presentation? Yeah. Is it shared?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so one of my favorite is of course Steve Jobs, because he's the one who kind of inspired me. Although we were in two different spaces, two different countries, but somehow that energy, that vibration of something happening. That those days we didn't have internet. I'm talking about 1991 when I started my career, and later on I found Steve Jobs, read about it, and I was highly inspired by his approach, attitude, and aptitude. Two things which are very important in all of us as artists is aptitude and attitude, which is what I see during the interview with a new candidate, with a new student. When I check their portfolio, I check how well they have designed it, how well they have thought about it, and how well do they present their work, right? So for me, design is something which doesn't serve only the purpose of aesthetics, but it should also work in triggering the right action. Okay, so that's where we start from. Now, the myths and trends which are there in the design career, I would like to take you quickly through it. Earlier in 1985, during my time, when I graduated from microbiology, artists were supposed to be like the misconception was artist is equal to a signboard painter. Okay, that was a truth that time. Slowly in 95, it became a DTP designer or a DTP artist. That was a trend. And then in 2019, finally, a global artist was born, because now we are going to reach out through social media, through all the interactive panels which are available online. So we became global artists, and we called graphic designer, creative directors, art directors, all those terminologies which are there. Now, one of the myths that we have is design is easy. Yes, it is easy, it is simple, but to get to the simplification, you have to go through the whole grind of actual work. So when you do it on paper, when you see things on paper, when you put your imagination on paper, where to stop, what to choose is a decision that you need to make while creating a design. But to do that, you have to do loads of work, continuous, consistent work, even if you're traveling, if you're talking, if you're probably studying, scribbling, sketching, everything makes sense. And then you also start learning fast. Okay. The other myth which you have, most of them feel that array design software seekh liya yani ban gaya main artist. So it's not that. The moment you touch pen and ink on paper, you know the correlation, you know the relationship between a surface and a tool. Okay. And you as a being, your energy space, the way you focus your attention, that also becomes a part of expression. It's an art form. So once you understand on paper, which is a traditional method, go through that whichever time you require, hardly 1 or 2 hours daily to do a sketch exercise, or maybe a traditional art. Okay, I would say.
Okay, Sachin, sorry, I will have to interrupt you. So we have about 2.5, like about 3 minutes left, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you.
So I don't need to read books. So this is again misconception. With being an artist, you need to have a lot of knowledge. You need to keep abreast with a lot of information. You can work from home soon after the course is a misconception. Design schools are based on collaboration. They are designed on coordination, brainstorming. So you need to understand that I need a practical course. But at the same time, having said that, I would also give you an indication that even a online course today works very well. Okay, but don't be under the impression that you can work from home easily. If I get a degree, I'll be successful. No, you may have to do multiple things, and you may have to get a lot of industry experience. Once you get industry experience, then learn further, improve your skills, and then come back. So in the graphic designer needs a lot of personalities inbuilt in them, which I'll share this deck with all of you at the end of the session. The trends which are there in the space of visual design are these. I have got quick examples of this, of branding, of advertising design, of user interface design, publishing design, packaging design, and motion graphics design, and environmental, and more and more. So, so there's a lot of options which are in experiential space. Plus, there are art schools, and daily every year there are new schools available. And this forum is an excellent platform where you know various art schools across. The buzzwords which are Skillshare, interdisciplinary, human interface, artificial intelligence, emoji, stickers, NFTs are all the new age dimensions which you should consider. Find those on keywords on Google. So that's what I have in today's presentation. Thank you so much, and over to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Sachin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was such an interesting, okay, thank you.